For 150 years, Bethel Lutheran Church has been blessed to be a congregation centered in the grace and love of Jesus Christ. This year's annual Stewardship campaign is asking for you to commit with a financial pledge toward 2020 as we look to the past with gratitude and to the future with hope. Bethel's mission statement is, "We, the Bethel congregation, called by God, commit ourselves to proclaim the gospel, to prepare our members for outreach and service, and to minister to human need."
In the Gospel of John, Jesus says, "A new command I give you, love one another. By this everyone will know you are my disciples, if you love one another." How do your financial gifts to Bethel's annual fund support our commitment to prepare our members for outreach and service? Your giving supports weekly outreach ministries like Coffee and a Prayer. For 9 years, Bethel's Coffee and a Prayer has become a signature outreach effort in Rochester. Each Wednesday from 7:30 to 8:30 a.m., a faithful corps of volunteers have been standing in Bethel's main parking lot entrance, waving to cars as they travel 3rd Avenue Southeast. Every week, rain or shine, bitter cold, or driving snow, a team of 3 volunteers and one of Bethel's pastors stand with a mobile cart stocked with coffee, hot chocolate, and water bottles, and are ready to provide a prayer and free coffee hospitality to anyone who stops in. I'm Jeff Cochran, one of those volunteers. It is a highlight for me to serve each week as a visible reminder that Bethel cares about the community. When we wave at the cars that pass by or talk and pray with those who stop in and give them a cup of coffee, we want them to know that Jesus is with them. Jesus will meet you wherever you are at on the journey of life with grace and peace. Every week we have someone who stops in and says, "I see you here every week, but today I really needed a prayer and so I wanted to stop." Thank you, Bethel Lutheran, for this unique opportunity to serve and reach out with the love of Jesus.
Since 2011, the Rochester Mission Trip has set aside a few days in August to serve as a local mission trip. While Bethel offers mission and service trips to places like Puerto Rico and Tanzania, the Rochester Mission Trip gives members and friends an opportunity to try out serving at and for local agencies in our own community that are doing wonderful work to help others. This year's Rochester Mission Trip theme verse was from 1 John chapter 4. Dear friends, since God so loved us, we also ought to love one another. God lives in us, and his love is made complete in us. Serving as the hands and feet of Jesus' love, this intergenerational service opportunity encourages people to use their gifts of artistry as well as hands-on work projects. I'm Melissa Lamb, and along with coordinator Sherry Engel, this year's Rochester Mission Trip gathered over 2 days to send groups out to various places in Rochester and do work projects at Bethel that we delivered to organizations. Prayer always centered us before we served at places, including
Habitat for Humanity's Restore, where donated items are restocked in a store for sale to the community. All proceeds from Restore, from nuts and bolts to kitchen sinks, go to support efforts in our region for providing homes for individuals and families. Channel 1, the region's foremost outpost of helping to feed the hungry. Leading residents of Samaritan Bethany in a campfire sing-along and making them s'mores. Painting bowls at Color Me Mine for an upcoming fundraiser for Channel 1. Partnering with Family Service Rochester for in-home service projects and yard work, filling care packages for Operation Hometown Gratitude that sends these to our military service people serving around the world, creating fleece toys and blankets for animals at Paws and Claws, baking cookies for guests of the Gift of Life Transplant House, and personalizing breakfast-to-go bags for Ronald McDonald House, and so much more.
Returning at the end of each of the 8 sessions offered on the Rochester Mission Trip, there were smiles and conversations about the joy that is found when we have an opportunity to serve. Many Bethel members and friends hope to do more of this kind of volunteering in the future.
Thank you for your support of the Rochester Mission Trip. And as one who serves on Bethel's social missions team, thank you for the multitude of ways this congregation serves. At Bethel Lutheran Church, we are committed to outreach and service. Your financial gifts positively support the loving work we are called to do together in Jesus' name.